Hi there, amazing women. Welcome back to Tuesday's Talk with Grada. Sorry I was a bit late today. So for those of you who've never seen me before, my name is Grada Robertson and I'm the owner of a successful coaching and healing business in Forth, Tasmania called the Purple House Wellness Centre. So today I want to spend 20 minutes with you and I'm going to explain the topic about entrainment and how that can really help you and give you a piggyback to better health, wealth and success. So entrainment is a process where you fall into sync, like you start to synchronize with the people around you. And this is something actually that we do every day of our lives. And most of the time we have no awareness around it. But I will use some examples so you start to become more conscious of it. And then I'd love to hear your feedback to see how many times a day you are doing this without realizing, right? So when we become conscious of things, we can literally maximize the effect for our benefit. And so an example is, for instance, that when you walk on a path with a group of people, or you're running maybe in the inner city in the park, and you catch up to a group of people, and suddenly you notice your step is falling in line with the other people who are running as well, or who are walking, and this happens automatically. Or you're sitting next to a friend or your partner, your loved one, and suddenly your breathing starts to happen at the same rhythm. And we also do that with our animals, like our pets tune up to us a lot of the time. So they become like us, they even start to look like us. And many people who have horses, they know that horses are super sensitive and they usually entrain themselves to you. So if you are in a bad mood, or your body is out of sync, or you have an injury, the horse will have difficulty. It won't be as free, like you're literally restricting its freedom. And because the horse entrains itself to you, especially when you're very close to the horse. And so this works for us, and it works for animals. With animals, it actually also works with objects, strange enough. So if you are in a room with lots of clocks tick-tocking away, let's say an old-fashioned antique store or something like that, and you shift all the handles, whatever the grandfather clocks, and then you create chaos, and then you walk out of the shop and you come back 10 minutes later, or it might be 20 minutes later. All the clocks in the room have adjusted themselves and they follow the biggest, most powerful grandfather clock, and they are all tick-tocking back in sync, which is totally amazing when you think that objects even entrain themselves to us. You've probably even heard of hopping in your car. I heard a story once, one of my mentors many years ago, and she said she left her car to a friend while she was traveling overseas, and her car wouldn't drive for a friend. So the friend said, well, sorry, I can't use it, it's broken. You'll have to fix it when you come home. But when the friend came home, that was my mentor, she hopped in the car and she did a little routine. I can't remember now what it was, like she tapped the ceiling and then hit the steering wheel and did a few other little things, and her car just took off for her again. So we are such incredible, powerful beings that our energies affect the ones around us. And but the good thing is, that's why I want to talk to you today, you can surround yourself by people who are going to uplift you, who are going to give you a piggyback, so you don't have to do the hard work, so to speak. You can entrain yourself by surrounding yourself with people who are a little bit further along the road than you are. So for instance, let me use an example. If you want to be smarter, if you want to be a genius, one of my children has like really intense dyslexia. Actually, he's 30 now, and in my opinion, he is a genius. And he always struggled really bad at school with his reading, of course, and writing and vocabulary. And I just said to him, just tell yourself every day that you're a genius. So he said, I'm a genius, I'm a genius. And he listens to podcasts, and he He is a genius. He's done so much, achieved so much in his life. So we can take advantage of geniuses today by, listening to YouTube, reading books. It's all around us. We just need to expose ourselves to the right sources, and then it's not only the message goes into our brain, but the energy of that person also goes into our brain. So having said that, it also comes with a downside, of course, that if you surround yourself by people that may be low level thinking or bad influence, or they are sicker, or they are poorer than you, they're always in struggle street, it's not good for you to be too involved with those people, unless of course they are a close relative, a friend or a loved one that you're taking care of. And if that's the case, you have to take extra care to protect yourself and to entrain yourself back to a higher level. So today I've got my whiteboard and I just want to show you how that works. So in the universe, we're living in a universe that's always trying to match itself to the highest organization. So if we could say this is chaos and this is organized, the universe is always trying to go up. So it likes to be more and more organized. It doesn't like chaos. And so I've told you before, chaos and drama is the opposite energy to abundance. So if you want abundance and prosperity in your life, you need to aim, or your purpose needs to be to become more organized. So what do you need to clean up? Well, do you need to clean up your thinking, your emotional mastery, your house, your property, your relationships, and of course surround yourself by people who are more organized than you are. And that can also mean in the way that they think. So as a healer, clients come to me as a healer and a coach because in certain areas of my life I am more organized. I've done the talk, I've bled in the trenches, I've overcome certain obstacles. And so when my clients come to me, they immediately tap into my energy field and they get to entrain themselves so they don't have to go through the difficulties and obstacles that I had to overcome. And this is why healers and coaches do the work that they do, because they get you from this level here and up there very, very quickly without you having to do the hard yards. So today I wanted to tell you about entrainment. It's something that happens all the time. We do it all the time. Now that you become aware, I would love it if you gave me some feedback to see how you were doing that and how you become more conscious of it, and what you do to protect yourself and what you do to inspire yourself, and how people around you benefit from your energy. And so if you want to be prosperous and abundant, find people around you that inspire you. So apparently we get the same results, financially speaking, as the 5 people that we surround ourselves by the most, right? So if the 5 significant people in your life, for instance, if they earn $50,000 a year, or that's their equity, you are going to struggle to get above that. That kind of forms a ceiling. So just become conscious of that. And if that's the case, just seek different sources of inspiration, like I already said. Watch YouTubes or podcasts, or read books, and so on. So today I wanted to entrain you and do an exercise with you, like I always do towards the end of my talk, and train you in feeling less self-judgment or self-criticism, to hop off that emotional roller coaster where you beat yourself up, and just give you a moment of like peace and stillness and absence of that thinking that we all do, especially women who are heart-centered and driven and give out a lot. What happens, we get tired, we start to run on empty, and that's when the bully comes out, and the bully, starts to beat us down. We get negative thoughts and so on. The mind gets busier because the body is tired, so the mind starts to take over. And today I'm going to take you through an exercise that's going to help you place your attention inside your body in a place of stillness. So literally, we don't have to go outside to find that point of stillness. We have to train ourselves to go into the body and not per se into the mind, right? This is called an embodiment practice. If you ever hear of the word embodiment, that's what people are talking about. So over the years, I've become very skilled where to put my attention, because I've had a very busy life with lots of children, lots of activities, always drive myself to achieve more. I've written books, as you can tell, and you know, at one point in my life, I also suffered from mental illness. So I had to learn how to put all the pieces of the broken vase, the broken flower pots back together and glue them back together, and learn ways that sustained me, that I could still be productive and have a really great life and feel sustained. And so the answer to all of that is to place your attention and train your attention to go into your body. So we're going to do this now for 5 minutes, and if you feel like it, you can do that with me. If you're driving, don't do it, but if you're not driving, you're in a safe spot, you can follow my instructions now, and I'll give you a little taste of this powerful practice that will calm your critical mind, because you're not your mind, by the way. You are behind your mind, right? So I want you to just close your eyes if you're safe. Sit somewhere very comfortable. Take a nice cleansing breath into your body. And just feel your body relax. Allow your body to relax. So breathing out stresses, breathing in deep relaxation. And just find an anchor inside your body for your focus. So an anchor is something that's heavy, that stops the ship from moving, especially when there is a storm. That's the function of an anchor. So imagine your mind is like the storm. And just place your attention somewhere in your body that feels like an anchor to you. For starters, maybe it can be in the back of your head, behind your eyes, like further in the back. Imagine if you could roll your eyes backwards, and then just before they hit your skull, there's a point that's quiet and still. Just take your attention there. That can be your first anchor. And just imagine thinking about being inside your head. And to interrupt your thoughts, you can even go, I wonder what my next thought is going to be. Then you feel yourself relax while your body is wondering what your next thought is going to be. Then you take another slow breath in and drop into the back of your heart, the heart center. And just rest your attention there, create breathing, softening your awareness. And just staying focused on this second anchor point. It's just behind your heart. Perhaps it's in the middle of your chest, towards the back a little bit. And start taking some nice deep cleansing breaths into your chest. So you're using this place of your body as a magnet to keep your focus and attention there. It's like your focus and attention remained glued into the center of your chest. Softening the energy of the heart is a softening energy, a unifying energy. It feels caring and generous. And then towards the back of your heart, it's still, endlessly still and peaceful and tranquil and serene. And just keep your attention in that spot. And then we go to a third point. It's inside the center of your pelvic area. So just drop down towards your sacrum and take your attention right into the center of the pelvic area. And this is the center of receiving, where the universe hooks into you. It's a point of stillness again. That will be your third anchor point, and just keeping your attention there. Keep dropping down. Where attention goes, energy flows. And we all know that this third anchor point, which is right in the middle of the pelvis area, is where the universe connects with you, where gifts arrive, support drops into your lap, deep and meaningful connection happens, creative ideas come from there, your immune system gets a reboot from there. It's very calming, and you're connected to the infinite source of consciousness of the universe. It's plugged into you in the pelvic area, just like a light globe is plugged into its socket. So it feels very, very grounding. You can probably feel that right now. And it's like your mind gets a chance to rejuvenate. Sometimes you can even just drop your brain into your pelvic area and just allow it to enjoy the water element, because that's the water element. Imagine it's getting a refreshing bath and your brain gets all sparkly and rested and rejuvenated, and you can just leave behind all the dust and the stress and the dryness. And as you do that now, you feel like, oh, the energy in your body is changing. It's becoming more lighter and more fun and less burdened, and you feel younger and happier and brighter, and you feel like having some fun again. So this center, the third anchor center in your pelvic area, is also our place for safety, security, our sanctuary, where our protection comes from. So just really feel the energy of all of that, and it's inside your body. Now you can slowly come back up to your heart, and you notice your heart's even had a little rest. Feels restored, and then you can come back up to the back of your head, behind your eyeballs. Check into that center, the center of deep perception and deep intuition. And then you can come back into your eyeballs and just notice if your eyeballs are feeling a bit more relaxed. Looking at the world with softer eyes, with less judgment and criticism and more acceptance. You feel as if your sanity is restored. And from all those places of awareness, you can open your eyes and come back into the room. So meditation is a really, really good way to reprogram your body for an easier life with fewer struggles and more prosperity. And like I said, where you can just go up level yourself, where your dreams and wishes might have been out of reach. And I mean, I've experienced it many times in the past when I was younger, that I wanted results, but as I was going after the results, it was always the gap didn't shorten, right? So when you work with a coach or a healer, I'll just see if I can show you how that works. So you are here. This is little old you and me at different times, and you're not feeling so great, like things are out of your reach, you know, and you know that you deserve better. So, and here there is a gap between that and where you want to be. So this is where you want to be. Okay. Jumping for joy. Okay. So that's the role of a coach or a healer when you work with somebody, to shorten the gap so that person gets you from A to B very, very quickly. And that saves you a lot of pain, saves you a lot of money. Initially, it might feel like, oh, why should I pay a coach money? But actually, the truth is, every single human being in the whole world today could do with the help and the support of a coach, and then humanity would up level very, very quickly, because when you're working with somebody who's been through the pitfalls and obstacles, your body automatically entrains, and it's like the two computers plug in and you get a massive up level, and everything about your life starts to change. So your body recovers quicker, your relationships become more meaningful, and your life is filled with more purpose, and you break free from all the programs that you were born into, because the programs that run our lives have been stuck in ourselves from day dot, and our parents had them as well, and then our ancestors had them, and for all you know, we're still running on the same programs that people had in the dark ages. So I hope you like this session about entrainment. If you're feeling stuck or you want to move forward, to make quantum leaps of transformation, please reach out, book in for a session with me. I'm also about to release an amazing training for women. It's called Discover Your Feminine Fortune. So in this training, which goes over 8 weeks, I'm going to release lots of secrets, that are secret tools that can really help women transform very, very quickly and give you lots of energy and the results that you've always wanted. So I will talk about it a little bit more, because I hope to release that next month in October. And I'm looking forward to working with a small group of motivated women who really want to get to know themselves better and want to have the best life by doing the deep inner work. So thanks everyone for being with me today. Let me know what you think of this subject, if you've ever experienced anything like this, and if you like, you can repeat that short meditation that we did and become attuned to being inside your body, where all the treasure is, right? The treasure is inside of you, and then the external reality is simply a mirror of what's going on inside of you. So I look forward to hearing from you, and hope you all have a really, really good week. Big love from me, and see you next week.